In the sprawling metropolis of Sol Vista, skyscrapers stretched like titans towards a dome of perpetual twilight. Here, corporations ruled with silicon fists, and data was the currency of kings. Beyond the glittering lights of the corporate towers, in the shadow-laden corridors and narrow alleys of the lower city zones, lived Mika, a freelance code slinger known for her knack to manipulate the unmanipulatable. She wore her neon green streaked hair like a banner of rebellion and had cybernetic eyes that shimmered with spectral data streams visible only to her. These streets, with their pulsating neon signs and the continuous hum of hover vehicles, were hers as much as anyone's. But today, they seemed more claustrophobic, whispers of disquiet skimming the fog-laden air. Mika's current gig had come anonymously, which was not unusual in her line of work, but unsettlingly, it required her to extract data from Virtudyne, a top-tier tech conglomerate renowned not only for their innovations, but for their ruthlessness. Someone wanted blueprints of their latest prototype, a quantum processor promising computational revolutions and undoubtedly new horizons in surveillance capabilities. The information held monumental value, the kind to shift power balances. Armed with her hacking rig, a cybernetic interface concealed beneath the visor of her jacket, Mika navigated the city's underbelly, seeking an entry point into Virtudyne's secure network via one of the lesser-guarded service hubs. Navigating the network was akin to tightrope walking in a storm, thrilling but perilous. As she delved deeper, digital defenses repelled her advances, algorithms designed to fry intrusive tech. Mika's mind raced with every rejected code string, each recalibration sending her deeper into a frenzy of concentration. Finally, she broke through, her avatar floating in a cathedral of pulsing light, Virtudyne's core data vault. She located the quantum processor blueprints, encrypted layers peeling away before her coded commands. Just as victory seemed to whisper away, an alarm klaxon blared virtually, echoing in the claustrophobic confines of her virtual reality. They were onto her. With no time to lose, Mika initiated the data transfer, feeling the weight of imminent capture like a physical cloak. The download bar crawled. Outside in the tangible world, the sound of rapid response drones swarmed, their buzz slicing through the alley's grimy mist. Seconds felt like hours, 80%, 83%. Her heart thundered, fingertips dancing with static sparks as she prepared for what might come, a fight or a flight. 97%, 99%. Just as the download completed, she ripped off her connection, the backlash sending a surge of pain through her neural interfaces. Mika was back in the alley, the cold air a slap to her senses. She had the data, now she needed an escape. Scrambling to her feet, she darted through the labyrinth of Sol Vista, each turn and slide beneath the scanner drones, calculated with desperate precision. It seemed miraculous when she finally ducked into the relative safety of her apartment, a squat high-rise overlooking the commercial district's neon sprawl. Barely catching her breath, Mika began the process of wiping any trace of her digital footprint, her hands shaking either from the adrenaline or the close shave, or both. She glanced at the data now housed securely in her server. The job was done. Now the most dangerous part awaited: deliverance. Days later, as she rendezvoused with her anonymous client, a shadow figure displayed on her encrypted video feed, she transmitted the stolen blueprints. The figure nodded once, a digitized voice muttering promises of payment and a veiled threat reminding her of the secrecy covenant. But as Mika disconnected, a sense of unease nestled in her chest. Had she righted a balance or merely been a pawn in another's game? In the neon-drenched shadows of Sol Vista, trust was as opaque as the fog that swirled through its streets. Emerging from her hideout and back into the city that was both her curse and sanctuary, she were undered about the consequences. In her world, every action was a butterfly's wing poised to set off a storm. But tonight, under the neon skies, Mika embraced the ambiguity, her silhouette merging with the flowing shadows, a specter of the net, forever caught between the bites and the blackout.